fuck with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where... Out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now Richardson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Muscles by at the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. He may go. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. You look at this Colt defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a run. It's the rookie from Oklahoma. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Go! Warrior 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Check out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. Escapes the defender. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. It certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second down and a yard.
19 right. 18 left. 18 left. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Certainly appeared like they had a great chance of that turning into a touchdown, but maybe led him just a bit too much.
Yeah, out of the back of the end zone. That's tough on a 5-yard pass, but one of that distance, that can be tough to gauge when you're in the back of the end zone. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. James Cook, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll find McMillan here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
70 range. Set, go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Head to 60. Ready. Trap 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
That's good. Buccaneers. Here we go. Buffalo 18.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Back to throw again. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The Bucs at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in pretty desperate here for a win.
And think about this too, partner. We have not heard the dreaded vote of confidence yet from management. So when a team's 0-5, everyone starts wondering about their jobs. Will they still have one? That's coaches on down. They've got to find a way to throw that out of their minds and band together and play better football.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready.
And the slot man goes in motion left. 2nd and 9 now. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown.
Bucky Irving,
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
and the Bucs have got it back to within a score. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Richardson.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bucs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Lutz good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Stiff-armed him. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Christian Watson, 56 yards. And the Buccaneers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because
it got his man complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. 74 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are all tied at 28. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
yeah, how about that? Tied at the half.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. He may go. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air.
Oh, and the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Off play action. Richardson.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Albert Okwuegbunam.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Let's go. Viking 18. Come 19. Come 19. Go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Juju Brents.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
going straight ahead, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Richardson to throw off play action. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They go play action here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
At the 34-yard line. 18 right. Go.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Richardson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A give for Taylor running right side. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Fighting through. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And now here's another interception. Now he's free at the 35. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. This a 27-yard attempt here. Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.